Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Today we have a few readings. Strongly got this message. Let me introduce myself. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. This is something that I do sort of in my spare time presently. I have another full-time gig that I do, but I get messages from spirit, universal energy, guides. I'm not sure which terminology you're most comfortable with, but these are all things that come to mind. At any rate, I'd gotten some input this morning that I needed to do a pull for Aries. So we're going to be using these cards here, which I've already pre-shuffled and spread for Aries. Then we have this card deck is already pre-shuffled and ready to spread for Leo. Then we had this deck pre-shuffled, ready to spread for Sagittarius. And this deck is pre-shuffled and ready to pull for Libra. I know these aren't going in any order that is discernible to you or me, but these are the ones that I felt needed to be pulled first today. So let's start with Aries. I'm just going to do sort of 5-card pull. We'll see what story comes out, and I'm just going to be guided by spirit here in which cards we're pulling. I think that usually ends up working out fairly well. Let's see what kind of story we have for Aries today. This deck is Manga Tarot. Where is our 5th card? Manga Tarot, and the artwork is gorgeous. There are these little itty bitty cards too, which is great because it makes it super easy for me to do, the hip shuffle that everybody seems to do in these videos that most of the time my hands are too small to manage. But with these cards, see, super easy. I'm just gonna pull this shuffle through till the end, see if anything jumps. And it didn't, so we'll go with these 5. So we have first out here the Hanged Woman, which is this deck's version of the Hanged Man. See that? See how beautiful that is? Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. This woman is, to me it doesn't really look like she's hanging. I don't know if we can focus. She's doing a handstand in this waterfall. She kind of looks like a badass, right? Pardon my language, but she looks very strong. She's very strong. She's just waiting. That sort of sense of in between. She is waiting, but she's actively waiting. I think she is, to me, she is choosing to be in this position. All right, and I don't know that that's always the energy one gets off of Hanged Man card, but it won't focus for me. She is very, actively standing there in that waterfall. She's enjoying this wait. So something Aries about you're waiting, but you're not unpleasant. It's not an unpleasant experience, this waiting. Then we have the 10 of Wands, followed by the Prince of Pentacles. You can see those. Then we have Judgment. And we have lastly Queen of Swords. So let's sort of unpack that a little bit. This 10 of Wands, it's like she's an acrobat. The 10s are completions of some sort, and here we have this very agile, acrobatic character. I think I can't get this camera to do quite what I want it to do. There. She's a master. The wands are about fire and passion and endeavors that help us grow, and I think she has mastered these wands. She's using them to create art in her movement. So first we had a feminine figure that was waiting. Let me fix my camera because it's falling over. First we had this character waiting, and then we have this woman who is really on top of her game here. It's just beautiful. Maybe this waiting is practice. See, as she's standing there in that waterfall, she has to be quite strong. The only thing about these cards being so small, it's hard to get focused there. She needs to be very strong to stand in that waterfall and wait, right? And then I'm seeing this natural progression, that strength that she has built up in waiting is helping her create this beauty, this art, this mastering of her passions. Then we have the Prince of Pentacles. So not a king, not even a knight, but a prince. There's potential there. You know, there's been some gain, some initial gain. And this prince, the pentacles, you know, representing material goods or wealth or any sort of enriched state, right? Not necessarily material, but he has a pentacle. It's very interesting on this card. He has a pentacle in his hand, but he's looking longingly at the sun. Oh, come on, focus. You can see. See, he has his reward in his hand, but he's looking longingly at the sun, which sort of looks like a very large pentacle, but you can't really hold the sun, can you? There's a sort of sense of wanting more. And at Judgment, you know, there is a reckoning, there is something to be faced, resolved, something to answer for. The last card is the Queen of Swords. Sort of very strong feminine energy, logical, a little cold maybe. You see that blues in this card, a very cool energy to this card. There's a lot of glare today and I apologize for that. See, and get her focused. She's very strong. I think what I'm hearing here for you, Aries, there's been some waiting going on. It hasn't been entirely unpleasant. You've used the time that you've been waiting very well to build your strengths, your individual strengths, so that you can master some passion of yours, some gift. You're now moving into a place where your preparation is ending and you are ready to perform. You've earned some reward during this endeavor, but you're looking to the bigger prize. You want it all. You want that bigger prize. You want that fulfillment. The heat, the light of that sun is calling to you. But there is some reckoning to be done, some facing of truths, owning up. What am I hearing? Own it. Own it. I'm hearing own it. You know, not in the sense of owning a material thing, but standing in your truth and defending it and not lying about it, not hiding, not pretending, not disavowing. You own it. And in that, you know, there's this energy of you becoming this very strong, logical, you do what needs to be done character. So I don't know. I'm not getting a clear sense of whether this has to do with a work or, you know, a professional situation that you're growing through and moving toward a sense of mastery by standing in your place and defending what you have achieved. That could be it. I don't really get a very strong relationship vibe off of this read. It feels more like a project, a skill oh, sorry about that. I'm holding them way out of your view. A skill that you are working on, have been working on a long time, and you are starting to feel that you are mastering in some aspect. So that's what I'm hearing for Aries this week. And that, again, is the Manga Tarot. I'll show you the box here. These on Amazon, in case you're interested in those ones. All right, Aries. My apologies for holding that way away from the camera. I think I need to adjust my setup so that I'm always seeing what's coming through for you. The next one we have, this was Leo. And some of you may have a birthday today. This is pre-shuffled. Oh, pre-shuffled, so I'm just going to spread them, and then we'll pick 5. This deck is the Harmonious Tarot, also a mini deck, so I get to feel all cool in my shuffling skills. We have 1. This is for Leo. I'm not going to read reversals today, so we'll just do there's 3. Wants me to take reversals, but I don't want to read reversals today, Spirit. Let's see. For Leo, 2 more cards for Leo. It's the 4th one. And where's 5 today? Is that 5? I think that might be 5. All right, what do we have for Leo? Birthday babies for the... See, I can shuffle. Anybody wants to jump, now's the time. Any jumpers today? If I practice my cool shuffling. Oh, okay. Leo, let's see what we have. We have first the 10 of Pentacles. That's very nice. Very nice. Ooh, look at the artwork on there, huh? Sort of an Art Nouveau, I guess, is what they call that. 10 of Pentacles is a great start. You know, you're talking about completion. That's the big reward. There you go, right there. And then we have the Tower. The Tower. Let me try to get focus so you can see the art without the glare. There you go. Something changing. Something's coming. Some abrupt change is coming. Doesn't mean it's bad. I know everybody worries about the Tower card, but Tower is just change, and change is part of life. Then we have the Queen of Wands. That's a great card too. There's something passionate about this change. Something fiery in this. There's this sense of you have, Leo, you've earned some great reward here. You've worked hard. You've got some material wealth, and something's changing. Something is dramatically changing and quite quickly. But coming out of that into the Queen of Wands, you know, you sitting fully in power in your passion, I think that there's something great about that. So I wouldn't worry so much about that Tower. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. Also a beautiful card. There's some possibility here of more gain. Following your passion, you will start to see additional rewards there. Sometimes you see that the Two of Pentacles is this juggling. Some people refer to it as juggling. You know, there are two options there and you're having to decide between the two. You don't really want to decide and the decision has to be made. But, come on, focus. There we go. Your last card is the Seven of Pentacles. So, I think either decision you're making, if you have a decision to make, coming out of this change, you have lots of resources at your disposal. There is, there's a sense here for me, Leo, that whatever this change is bringing, it's bringing you closer to a situation where you can live in your passion, live in your sense of what you should be spending your time doing. That there are a couple of options here. Whichever option you choose is going to lead to more fulfillment for you. And I think that's really great. So if it is your birthday, happy birthday. If it's coming, if it's just passed, it seems like most Leos here can be looking at some nice rewards coming your way. I mean, I suppose this is a great time to say these are general readings. These are things that I'm pulling, messages pulling from Spirit, and they may not apply to all of you. So take what you can from that situation. And again, as most readers will tell you, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising. Sometimes your Venus as well. This was Sagittarius deck. These are the deck. This is the deck pre-shuffled for Sagittarius. That's the message I got, that this was the deck to use for Sagittarius. This is, oh, I should show you the box for this one. The last one we used for Leo is the Harmonious Tarot. And it is also available on Amazon. Can't seem to get that to focus, so we'll just move on and see what Sagittarius has today. Sagittarius. Let's see if I can get that just a little bit more focused on the cards. Alright, Sagittarius. It's 5 cards for Sagittarius. What do we have? I was about to apologize for my hands not being as beautifully coiffed. Coiffed? Is that a word for hands? That's more for hair, isn't it? I don't do fake nails. I don't even go get pedicures that often, or manicures. You might occasionally find jewelry, but I'm not really a very girly girl in that regard. So hopefully what you're here for are the messages that are coming through and not how well I keep my nails, because that's probably never going to be something pleasant for you if you're looking for nice looking nails on this channel. Alright, what do we have here? A couple more for Sagittarius. Just feeling the energies. For me, that's usually a good way to do these, when you spread the cards all out. Just sort of gliding over the top and feeling where the energy is strongest. Kind of leads me to the one that I need to pick. And it's not this one, it's the one underneath it. Hold on. Alright. What do we have here for Sagittarius? I'm going to get these out of the way. This is the Thoth Tarot, T-H-O-T-H. Had this one's a long time. Our 5 cards for Sagittarius. We have the 2 of Coins, Discs, Pentacles. They call them discs in this series, which is change. This is Saw this in the last reading as sort of two possibilities and juggling. Here in the Thoth Tarot, 2 of discs is called change. We have the 9 of Wands, which is strength. Doesn't want to focus. We have 1 of discs, the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Empress. And we have the Hierophant. So this is an interesting spread, Sagittarius. I'm sensing here for you. What is this message? There's a choice you need to make. It's change card. There's a choice you need to make. And it's not an easy choice. It's going to take some strength to make that choice. It could be between 2 people, 2 paths. What I'm hearing is between 2 paths. So what does that mean to you, Sagittarius? That could be 2 relationships that will take you in very different ways in your life. It could be 2 job opportunities. Be 2 possible places to live. There's some choice that needs to be made, and each of those has a different outcome, a different path that your life starts to follow based on the choice you make. It's not an easy choice, whatever it is. It's requiring a lot of strength from you to make that choice. But you will make the choice that you need to make, and my sense is that it will be the right choice for you to start a new possibility, a new opportunity to grow your material comforts in this life. The Empress here, I think this is just a sort of an internal sense of power and authority and control. Spirit is sort of directing me to say you're not feeling so in touch with that part of yourself right now, Sagittarius, that there's something about this choice that's making you doubt your own authority, your own inner knowing and guidance system. Trust it, that's what I'm hearing. Something about this choice that's requiring so much strength from you is making you doubt what you know inside. And I'm not sure if that's a soul knowing, if that's a logical knowing, an emotional knowing. It seems like you're doubting yourself and your own power and authority over your life. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is that you're going to make that right choice, or you're going to make a choice that's right for you materially, financially. Whether that's the ultimate right choice, I can't say. I don't know. But the last card in your deck is an interesting one, because the Hierophant is about the keeper of the knowledge. That there's this sense sometimes for us that there's this external entity or institution or power, authority that has the answers, and they will dole them out to us. They will tell us what is right. They will tell us what we need to know. They will control the information and share it with us as we need to know it. But that's not really how life works. Once you strip away the illusion, you realize that the people that historically have held the knowledge have held the power, and they have controlled for their own interests. And what I get from this card today in your reading, Sagittarius, is that you need to become your own Hierophant. For this decision, you've got the strength to make your choice. You've got some time to make it. I don't get a sense of any urgent need here, but it's soon. I mean, you need to make a choice, Sagittarius. You do. But you need to be your own authority on this. You need to do the research. You need to do the learning. You need to open yourself to knowledge and take it in. Soak it in like a sponge is what I'm hearing. Soak in all of the information you can to help you make the right choice here. And it seems that you will make a right choice, a choice that enriches you financially. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have. Just as a reminder, this is the Thoth Tarot, Thoth. This is what the backs of them look like. You can get them in different sizes, and you can find them on Amazon. All right, so I have one more for this video, and that is this deck here, which told me it was for Libra. So I'm going to spread this deck. This is the Mythic Tarot. This is a very old deck. I'm not sure if you can still buy this specific one, but you probably can get another edition of it. This one's over, well, several decades old. Let's just say that. I've been reading a long time. For myself and my family, not so much for other people, but let's see what we have here for Libra today. What do we have for Libra? 5 cards for Libra? What does Spirit want Libra to know today? Maybe somewhere over here. This one. Libra. Libra. There's a card hiding in here somewhere, that one. I apologize for the background noise. We've got the air conditioner on. It's been quite a warm summer, so it's hard to do the readings when we turn off the air conditioning in here. It gets a little bit stifling. Oh, you've got a lot of major arcana so far. Got one more card for Libra. Where is our next card for Libra? That's not it. That's not it. Is that it? Maybe over here? It is. This one. Alright. So, again, this is the Mythic Tarot. We have for you, Libra. We start with the 4 of Swords. This card is about rest. You know, this character here has the resources to fight on, but taking a little breather. And then we have Temperance. Sort of a nice energy. Restorative energy. The Moon. About the subconscious, mystery. Things that are hidden inside. Also, you know, water sign energy there. Your cards, I think, might be the only ones I'm getting a sense from Spirit have a lot to do with a human being, another human being. That some of the other readings today could be about people, but it wasn't a strong feeling. Most of them felt more like opportunities or profession-related items. Here we have the Tower, this deck's version of the Tower. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So fire, inspiration, passion. So, what do I see for you, Libra? This reading, this message that's coming through, it tells me that it's time for you to take a bit of a rest. You need to take a little bit of a rest, a break, to replenish, find your balance again, right? Recharge. And in that quiet space that you make for yourself where you can rest and recharge and just sit in quiet, peaceful meditation or thought, there is in that some connecting with your subconscious. The subconscious holds wisdom that we possess that we don't know for sure we have. It's that knowing, it's that intuitive knowing. And it seems to me there is some change coming for you rather soon and probably not anticipated. So it says lightning bolts. One does not expect Poseidon to rise from the sea. I'm holding the cards up again too high. There's some sort of unexpected change coming. And to deal with that, you need now to be resting and centering and getting in touch with the knowledge that's inside of you. And it's not like you can sit down and say, okay, on Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to access all of my inner knowledge that I am unaware of. It doesn't work that way, does it? So the way that we get this knowledge we need to deal with what's coming for you is to make time now, Libra, to stop and rest and recenter. And what I see coming out of that, out of this, getting access to your subconscious and moving through this coming change from the Tower, is this Ace of Wands, which is a new desire, some sort of new inspiration, some new creation that you're being called to bring out into the world. And what a wonder and what a magnificent thing that is, to create something new out of your mind, out of your inspiration that you pull from the world. And I think that's what I have for you, Libra, from these cards. I never tell people to be afraid of this Tower. I want you to feel like it's change, but change is good. If we never changed, if nothing ever changed, how stagnant that would be. So, I think that's what I have for now. We have covered Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. I'm going to leave it there for this video. Try to keep it a bit shorter than the last one. We'll come back and do some more signs a little bit later today. Thank you so much. Again, this is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. We do readings, try to do them, a few each week. This is a passion project for me. I feel called to share these messages. So if it is relevant for you, if this is speaking to you in some way, if you could leave comments, I greatly appreciate that. If you like, subscribe. All blessings to you for helping us out. I think for me it is so valuable to have your input, to know if these messages are resonating, if they're reaching the people they're meant for. I do feel like I am meant to be slotting out time now in my life to share, and it would be really helpful for me to know that it's reaching people, and it's helpful, these moments of reflection and consideration. Thank you again. I wish you all the most pleasant of days. Blessings.